This is the criticism of the United Nations, which Wikipedia is quite happy with you knowing about. There's also a child sex abuse scandal where reporters witnessed a rapid increase in prostitution in Cambodia, Mozambique, Bosnia, and Kosovo after UN and NATO peacekeeping forces moved in. So how about that? And there's a whole bunch of extra articles down here based on criticisms of the UN Commission on Human Rights, criticism of the UN Office on Drugs and Crime, criticism of UNICEF, defamation of religion at the UN. So sounds like a pretty controversial organization, just judging by the Wikipedia page, right? Pretty controversial organization. And yet nations are signing up, and 193 of them so far have decided it's a good idea to join. And if we just go back to this cam, as I mentioned before, I thought, okay, how many countries are there in the world at the minute? Because, you know, these things change and you get taught a certain number, and then at some point, it's like planets in the solar system. It was, you know, one, and then the planet that wasn't a planet now became a planet, so there's a different number, and you got to keep checking these things and stay up to date. So I thought I'd have a look. How many countries in the world? I typed that into Brave, and the answer was there are 193 member states of the United Nations. I was like, that's not the question I asked. How many countries in the world? And Brave, so I thought, okay, fine, Brave, telling me, right, not answering the question I asked, fine, I'll go somewhere else. I'll check Google. Hey Google, how many countries in the world? There are 195 countries in the world today. This total comprises 193 countries that are member states of the United Nations. So the second one I asked is telling me about the United Nations as well. So also quite interesting. I also found the Britannica encyclopedia online. I asked that, how many countries are there in the world? The answer was the United Nations includes 193 member countries. So that's 3 for 3. 3 for 3 answers that I got back when asking how many countries are in the world are just telling me about the United Nations and the number of countries in the United Nations. So apparently the United Nations is the world. And if you're not in the United Nations, then you ain't a country and you're not in the world, according to Google, Brave, and Britannica online. So quite an interesting result there as well. I think you would agree. And as I was doing a little prep and learning and research and preparation for this video, I came up on this book, which I thought looked very interesting indeed. I thought I would mention it for you out there.